brand new channel. You most likely don't know me, but today I just wanted to yap about some stuff in my life. And I just feel like it makes me feel better to talk about it rather than, you know, keep it to myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry if I sound like a bit pissed or, you know, not super motivated. I just want to yap, okay? I just want to yap and collect some wood, I guess. Um, so I've been going to college for almost 2 years now. Now I'm in Canada, so it's a bit different. The system is not the same. So you basically just um start like you finish high school at 17, and then at 17 you can, you know, go to college already and stuff. So, or whatever you're gonna call it. We don't call it college, but it's whatever. It's similar. So basically, the first thing I took was psychology because it's like the default like human science, or I don't know how you say that, but it was in psychology, right? And it was great. And then I started going to classes, and I found out that this was just not for me. I just was depressed all the time. You might be like, oh, but it's kind of normal to feel like that when your life changes and stuff. But for me, it was really, really deep. Like, it was actually like really, really deep. And it kind of hurt me, like, to see that there was no one around me, no friends, no nothing. I didn't even have that many friends in high school, to be honest. I was kind of like the quiet kid in the back of the class. And I was fine with it. But all this, just this feeling of no one knowing me, no one, you know, everyone doing his own thing without any connections or, you know, stuff like that. It kind of made me really unmotivated. So what I started doing was I started skipping class. I started forgetting assignments, not doing any homework, nothing. I would even miss exams sometimes, and I would lie to my parents that I would go, and it made me feel like shit. So what I started doing instead to make me feel better was upload videos uh on a server. You most likely don't know this channel, and I don't really want to talk about this channel because I kind of want to keep it anonymous, at least for now, because I feel very vulnerable right now, and I don't, you know, want people to know who I am. So yeah, I started skipping classes and stuff, and it was pretty hard for me to you know, go to class. Like, it was harder and harder. Like, every time I was just like, why would I go? What's my goal in life? What am I doing with my life? And then I was like, I want to become a YouTuber. Like, what am I doing? But realistically, being a YouTuber, you can't just, yeah, you can be a YouTuber, but you can't be a YouTuber like that, you know, like as a career. So I started grinding my ass off, thinking I could just, you know, even though I put like my heart and soul in this channel, uh, you can't really live off of that. Uh, for now, I have 3,000 subscribers. I'm really happy to have them. Um, but still not enough to make a career off of that, which I'm totally fine with because there are a lot of things I like and I would consider do as a job. You know, there's not only that. Now the thing is, like I said, I liked psychology. I do like psychology. However, it's just everything piling up that didn't really work with me. Like my psychology classes wasn't really what I was looking for. Like I didn't know it was really like that. Like I really have memory problems sometimes, so I'm not gonna be able to like, oh shit, um, you know all that stuff like with extra fancy words like I don't fucking know, like neuro cycle. I don't like any words, any kind of like word like that. Like, oh, so this is related to that. Like in how do you call that? Like in I don't know the word. It's like what's the word again? Let me think. In what am I doing with the raw beef? Holy shit. My bad. Like in a way that like concerns the body like physically, but what interested me more was I just wanted to understand people better so I could help them more. And unfortunately, that that didn't go so well. I mean, I do understand people a lot, but not because of the classes, because I decided to go go my own way and learn it myself. And that's why I think it's just a hobby rather than like I could never do that as a job, to be honest. Like this is just not what I want to do. So yeah, it that's kind of like what happened. And also there is the fact that one session in college is like 6 months. 6 months? How many months? 3 months? I don't know. I forgot. But basically you have like, you know, you have different ones and it's way too short to make friends. Like my entire high school I was seeing the same people every day, and I'm sure it's like that for everyone obviously, but I'm just saying like everything like that completely changed me, completely like ruined me. Like I just didn't want to do anything, and I just like, because I knew when I would go to my class I wouldn't see anyone that I would know, and doing that again in such a short amount of time was just too much for me. So to make me feel less bad, I was making videos because I liked doing that, thinking that I would actually make enough money and stop being in this hellhole that I don't want to be in. But this did not obviously turn out like I thought it would, because through that process, I started being addicted more and more to my screen, which is very common among young people nowadays. Now, this was not necessarily a bad thing because I've always had like a really big passion for anything that concerns tech. So I've learned a lot of things. And so this brings me to last year, which last year I started looking into cybersecurity courses, cybersecurity classes with certificates and all that. I'm sure you've heard of it. And I was really happy. I was really happy to like always like finally have a goal. So I asked my parents if I could do that, and they said yes. Slight problem: the class is expensive. When I say expensive, I don't mean like a little like four figures. Okay, it's more than four figures. Um, so I'm just gonna say that. Now, what is this? Is that a village? It's just a tree. I'm just tweaking. Uh, but yeah, like it was really expensive. So my parents paid, uh, and I started my classes. Thank you for my parents, by the way. Like they're goats. I love them. Um, so yeah, my parents paid, and I started like taking my cybersecurity classes. And what was good about it was I kept seeing the same people every day, you know? So I just like, yeah, it was fun. Oh shit, yeah, I have to sleep at night. I forget about that. Uh, wait, do I have enough for a bed? I don't think I do. Let me do something. So yeah, like my parents, like if I didn't have like such generous parents, I don't think I would have like made it here. So yeah, so I was really glad because first of all, it was a class where people would like be, would follow the same thing every day, because what I didn't tell you is that, like, in college you have like separate classes. Uh Even though you study psychology, you're gonna do other stuff, like, let's say, I don't know, freaking language classes and other stuff, and story classes. But for this I just literally had cybersecurity. This was my class every day, just cybersecurity, that's it. So people that were passionate about the same thing exactly, so it'd be easier to like communicate with them and understand them, I guess, relate with them. So yeah, I was really happy. And also the other thing is that like the class doesn't change. Like I've been with those guys for over a year now, and they're really cool. They're really really chill, really chill, and same teacher and same everything. So I was really happy. It was bringing me back to high school a little bit. Um, Now obviously, I don't know what to say. My bad. I don't know what I was about to say, but yeah. So that's I got out of this hellhole, but I don't look. I don't know like what happened with me in college. Like this was such a terrible bum, bro. I was starting to listen to like really emo music. I don't know, like this is not even my style, and I started being depressed, like so depressed. And I told my parents that, and they were like, "Oh, but it's normal. But like it's normal that you feel like that. Like it was so shit, but you have to do it." And I tried, and it didn't go away. But my parents were like, "Oh, but it has to go away." So that's what I did. I tried, and then I started lying because I didn't want to make them, worry and stuff. Um, so yeah, and then my mom told me she would like contact a therapist, and I know for a fact, like, well, actually, I don't know for a fact, but I understand how I feel like I'm a very self-conscious person when it comes to certain things, and I would consider myself emotionally intelligent way more than that, like the average. Because I helped, like, I know it's gonna sound a little bit like ridiculous, but I did help people out of depression before, and so I find it kind of ironic how my mom tells me to go see a therapist, even though I understand. But it's for me to fix myself. I'm not gonna need someone else, even though that's kind of like, that's what a lot of people, would consider doing. But yeah, I understood myself. Like I knew how to fix myself, and actually I did not know. But we're just gonna pretend like I do. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of what happened. We were like 20 in the class, all in like every day and stuff, and chill dudes. Um, Now The thing is, the future is stressing me out because in cybersecurity, I don't know if you guys know, but it's starting to get like really competitive because everyone wants that's like quote unquote trendy, which I hate. I never intended it to be like so freaking trendy. And it takes a lot of responsibilities because it well depends where you go in cybersecurity, but basically, let's say you work for a business. I don't know, like any business or like yeah, big business. You're gonna deal with like constant pressure because you're literally just controlling the entire network with protection like VLANs, firewalls, you know, like the HTTP, etc., etc. On servers and stuff, and you literally need to set up everything, and you need to like deal with everything, deal with the problems, uh, make sure that everything is fine, monitor everything, and stuff like that. Which you yes you get paid a lot, and I have a real passion for it. Like I'm not doing it for the money, but it's a really hard job if you're not like I guess mm, I don't know like I don't know like if you're not mature enough. I don't know if that's the right word, but like you know you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know, bro. um but like I I don't know. It's gonna be a hard job, and it's gonna like for me speaking like at an interview is already has always been a struggle because sometimes I'm not using the right words, and sometimes I struggle with some people struggle to understand me because in my head it's like simple, but in their head it's like another like a different another like a totally different thing. So yeah, when is it gonna be? When is it gonna be morning, bro? Um. So yeah, that's probably all for today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna try to make more videos in the future about this. Well, not about this, but about like me yapping. Um, I I'm if you're watching this, thank you for watching till the end. I'm not really doing this for like I don't know why I'm doing this, but I guess we'll see where it goes, and it's most likely is gonna be uncut. Uh, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you probably in the next one.